I've ever had. Thanks, guys.
What can I get for you to drink while you're seeing everybody?
Oh, I was just. Thank you.
Oh, of course we'll have dinner on the house for days.
Thank you. I'll take a simple water actually.
Sure. Let me grab that and you can talk.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
How's it going? This is I'm a little bit flabbergasted. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. Thank you. Can you go high five? Awesome. Thank you.
Good job.
At the Walmart. Yeah, that's where we camp usually. I'm not really sure about the name of the town, but yeah, it's just a surprise every day. I knew this one was going to come up. It's one of the few times I actually know where I'm going. Other than that, surprise every day. Yeah, but I was very much looking forward to today actually.
There's a chair if you want to take a seat.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely take that.
Probably not the most comfortable one in the world, but
Well, it will do. Sitting is sitting for me.
right, I would say so.
I would be weird sitting here with all you guys.
Move around you.
Thank you. Wow, this is amazing. Thanks for coming out here, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, ma'am. So, mental health in general, but mental health in particular, because I was actually has a little bit more issues with speaking up, and I want to break that stigma and show it's perfectly normal to speak up.
Yeah, I do know there's a lot of people that are afraid, ashamed to admit that they have issues
Yeah. Yeah.
with mental health.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether men are worse than women, but I don't know that, you know, because I just think it's a really good thing.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's just one way of getting the attention to raise awareness. What's doing great.
So you're Army?
I was in the Army.
Me too.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was infantry.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, awesome.
What were you at?
So I was in the Dutch Army. I came between tours to Afghanistan.
Okay.
You?
I did too.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Awesome. Well, thank you, sir.
Oh, no problem.
I like that.
Reserve,
Thank you.
format.
Oh, no way. Awesome. I like that. You know, hearing your stage being a veteran actually means something. Like you get people saying thank you for serving, which for me, I didn't know how to answer that at first. Yeah, I guess. Now I know, you know, it's a huge thing here, but yeah, especially among veterans, it's a massive problem that we have that we don't really speak about. So hopefully this creates that tiny little ripple effect that goes far and wide like that.
They had a therapy dog and I used to take the dog into nursing homes and things, but once he's properly trained, I start to take him into some of the CA hospitals.
Oh, nice. They will love that.
Well, that'll be happy.
Yeah.
I train, so I'm a dog trainer.
Oh, okay,
So,
awesome. Well, we can definitely use your help with it.
Well, he's training this guy here.
Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Yeah, we picked up, we found a little softball on the side of the road and just outside of LA, we decided to bring a little softball and he's got in like his puppy tempered, but he's a good boy. Yes.
My service, my therapy dog, I used to have my family on the side of the
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, I can only know.
He visited so many cancer patients
Yeah.
in nursing homes and things like that.
Nice.
So,
Well, I think dogs are one of the best therapies out there. Doesn't matter what you do, even if you go to the toilet and come back, they greet you like you've been gone for 5 years. Oh, yeah. I love it. Yeah. Awesome. Wow. I don't know what to do right now. So cool. Well, I wish I could, but anything like anything on this makes the skin go soft. So right now there's actually nothing I can do on the skin except for just rest. I know once I finish the walk, there's going to be lots of that because they need a lot of healing. Yeah, they need to be rough right now because the softer they get, the harder it's going to be, like just injury-wise, like all the little rocks. So now I just need the skin to go as hard as it can be. I've worked hard to get my feet this way. But I really appreciate it though. It's thank you. No, and this is, like I said, this is one way, but hopefully this creates like people to get out there and in your, like everyone in their own way to get the message out there. Like, hey, this is just something we all deal with. I'm pretty sure every single person here, except for the younger generation, has got some background story, and this is just one way of making people aware. It's like, hey, it's normal. It's just life. You know, life happens. It's not always going to be fun. Sometimes it's difficult, and there's tools to deal with it. And hopefully, this way I get people more aware. Like, hey, we need to be a little bit more kind to one another because we're pretty tough on each other. And I think we kind of forgot how to be human. And if someone is struggling, to say, hey, you know what, I'm here for you. Like, everything okay? Yeah.
Why do you walk in your bare feet rather than shoes?
Well, oh wait, I got one question here. Why barefoot? There's a lot of health and mental health benefits to walking barefoot, but it's mainly because it takes something very out of the ordinary and challenging that does the trick to get the attention. And no one's done it barefoot across the USA before, so that just does the trick to get the attention. But at the same time, there's so many things too. Is at the same time I want to show as well that just like our mind, our body is capable of so much more than we give it credit for.
Oh yeah.
And this is one way of showing. Like I did not do any training. I just started walking.
Wow.
Showing like, hey, your body is capable of so much more. Give it more credit. Like you can do a lot. We miss so much potential in life by staying in our comfortable bubble. And like the world is made for us to stay comfortable. That's not why we grow. That's not why we learn. This is just one way of showing like, hey, once you step out of that, you have so much more potential. So there's a lot of reasons to it, but it's the thing that it's kind of weird that it does trick to get the attention. More questions? I like questions.
What's your like daily routine, like getting ready for such a feat every day, day after day?
Well, I wish I could say it's just, you know, walking from A to B and that's it, but there's so much that comes to this entire project, and it's just me and my girlfriend mainly doing it. So waking up, I wake up, normally I would say never ever look on your phone when you wake up, but because of the time difference with Europe and me having like things to do for them as well, I have to. So it's just getting social media ready. I always make fun, like how can social media be a full-time job for people? Now I know it's a full-time job. So it's social media, it's getting in contact with sponsors, it's getting in contact with charities in Europe. Mainly social media though, then it's trying to get some breakfast in, you know, trying to wake up normally with the girlfriend and the puppy as well, and mainly also depending on where we stand, like last night we got lucky again with the Walmart, sometimes we have to drive a bit, but usually just diving in straight away, getting everything done before it gets too late, and then just try to be on time with, you know, a whole day of walking ahead. And then once I stop walking, it's the same thing again. Once I get in the van, I'll try to lay down straight away and get on that phone, try to reach out to people, try to get people aware of what I'm doing, get on the social media, try to get donations in. It never stops. So as amazing as it is, we cannot wait till it finishes though, because it's been 231 days of just non-stop going already. So it's, yeah, we're getting tired.
Yeah, I was before this afternoon, I was watching your Vegas clip. I think it was day 37 when the liquid death may have hit you on top of the head.
Yeah, got that one in there as well, a little ER strip. That made me realize that going to the hospital in the US works slightly different than I'm used to. Getting 6 staples in my head ended up being 14 grand. They weren't even golden. You know, I was like, at least give me some golden. It was a different story, but you know, it's like I said, it's a surprise every day. It's part of the adventure. Like everything happens, and this again, like it's again me getting a situation to share. Like, hey, it's okay to show emotions in this situation. It's just like you'll come out of it. A week later, I had an older veteran pulling them out. It's like, I'm not going back to a yard to do that. That's probably going to cost me 3 grand again. But he just pulled them out. Yeah, that's cool though. One life experience. Oh yeah. I have to say, like, I'm so tired. It becomes more and more of a struggle to get through the day, and Highway 30 is not my favorite place to be. It's pretty busy. But then this last, like, pretty much every single day, I can go through, like, the toughest of days, but at the end of the day, there's always a cool surprise. And then the last bit, Old Highway 30, was beautiful, and then walking into town, like, it's beautiful. Thank you. It's a beautiful town to walk into. Like I have to say, it's an awesome town, and for you guys to stand here, it's it's amazing. Like this gives me energy, and it doesn't matter how tired I am. Like this always gives enough energy to keep going, and making me feel like whatever we're doing is worth it, because it gets people to come together.
So you have a slight accent.
I'm from the Netherlands.
Really?
Yeah. So once we get to New York, it's I'll fly across the pond and we'll be back in Amsterdam. And yeah. It's
We appreciate you being here.
yeah. Thank you.
Can everyone give him a round of applause?
I have one. I've got one really big one. I got one smaller one. The really big one, has done an amazing job in helping us out so we can do this walk. We did find out it's never enough. During an 8.5-month trip, financially it's a big thing. But they're amazing. The funny thing is, they're shoe brands. So it's kind of shows as well. Like it works. It's a barefoot shoe brand. So for everyone out there, I know walking barefoot is not possible for everyone. Try barefoot shoes. They're amazing. Talking about health, mental health, they work on your mental health and health straight away. But they're the ones. They're called bearings, and they have helped us to be able to do this. To raise the fund. So every dollar that comes in goes straight to charity. Because we're being What's that, sorry? Oh yeah, I wish. I was, coming to the States, I was thinking it's going to be way easier to get, big corporate companies to donate or anything, but not being from here, it's difficult. It's all about who you know, and so far it's been, great support from. Yeah, good. So far, like all the nations have been great, and that kind of shows, like there's so many people out there willing to help, and that's been amazing already. And that's what we need. Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir. You're worth it. I said I need it. More questions?
Just, do you accept checks, or would you rather we donate online?
So either cash or online. I have no clue what to do with checks.
I kind of figured that. That's why I wanted to ask.
No.
I did see online where.
And you also, you have a
Yeah.
code on your card, right?
Yeah. So there's like a code on the card. If you scan it, you go straight to the website. You can see the charities where it goes to. Every bit helps. Every $25 helps one man to participate in the program to better his mental health. So that's our main goal. Our main goal is to reach $250,000 so we can help 10,000 men. We're pretty far up, but I'm very hopeful. But every bit helps. That's my beautiful girlfriend and Oreo.
Yay! We have to remember
What's
that.
Afghanistan were you at?
I was 2 times Kabul, 1 time Uruzgan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was in Portugal the first time in Gaza.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah. I know the different demographics. Yeah. It's different stories in every part of
The first one was like the Wild West. And
Yeah.
The second one we were like,
Yeah.
you had to be careful.
Yeah, it's safe for us, like being south. Yeah, there was no joke. That was
I know we have a lot of veterans here. If you're a veteran, would you raise your hand so we can just honor you and just acknowledge that you served?
Thank you guys. Wow. Yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, here you go.
And there's
Yeah, I think I'm gonna sing it. Like I'll sit
I
till
know,
this
I
guy
know.
goes. I'll feel too awkward sitting down. But awesome. We'll shit this. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Like this really means the game to us. Like I said, for us, like this is what it's about. As cliche as it may sound, but seeing people come together on this subject, this is what we need. This is how the story gets out there. This is how people get aware of what's going on and what we need to do. And this is exactly what we need to do. Like come together and talk about it. Just as if it's just a normal conversation about a soccer game or whatever, a football game. Any game for that story. So yeah, I from the bottom of my heart, I know the same for Maryland. This is Oreo Stevens, so you'll get all the other attention now. But yeah, from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much for coming out. This is by far, oh yeah. That's a good question. So the question was why here in the U.S. and not in my own country? One, if I would do it in my own country, I'll be done walking in 4 days. Good timing. But multiple reasons. One, we've always wanted to see the U.S., West and East Coast, walk through the national parks. But on a more serious note, if there's one country that is struggling with mental health and needs a lot of help, it's the U.S. But also, if there's one country where if you want to create a ripple effect of positive change, it's the U.S. It goes far and wide. You can create change here, you can change anywhere. So there's all these multiple reasons to it, but it is a big problem here in the U.S. Like it's a big problem everywhere, but when you look at the numbers, like in percentages and the amount of people we lose to suicide, it's pretty bad. Here in the U.S., we lose one man every 14 minutes, and a veteran like 22 a day. And you were acting as all like, when it comes to men and women, like there's about 3 to 4 times, sometimes even 5 times more men that we lose to suicide compared to women. But there's more women that are dealing with depression. Which shows women are a million times better dealing with emotions than we are. But you get told don't cry enough. So that's something we need to, break through. It's like, no, it has nothing to do with being man and woman. It has everything to do with being human. We need to be human again to show that. Yeah. What's that? Sorry? Oh yeah. I reckon high schools and colleges are the worst place to be right now. Yeah, 100%. There's so much social pressure on kids that have no tools yet how to deal with this. And there's so many, like it's becoming easier and easier for kids now to find ways of how to do this as well. So it's a massive issue. Therefore, one of the things we're going to do with the funds being raised is create programs so we can go to schools free of cost to talk about mental health, to start a program within the schools to start changing the culture, because we need to plant the seeds as early as possible, because life will happen. There's no question about it. Something will happen, and it's all about learning the tools and learning how to speak up about it. Hopefully we can create that change within schools as well. So, yeah, thank you. It's pretty high. I would say 50-50 when it comes to veterans reaching out saying like, hey, can I come to you for help? Funny enough, well, it's actually not funny, but it's still more women that reach out to us. Because us men, we just feel like, go hug a tree, that's what I used to say. Or float away or make a carpet, it's way out of our comfort zone. So it takes a lot more effort to get men out there to come out and say, hey, I want mental health. So that's why I keep doing this as well, to get more men to speak up. And it's up to us men to show each other that it's safe to speak up. We can have the most beautiful organizations out there, we can have everyone talking to us. It's up to us men to tell each other, hey, it's okay. It's easy to make jokes. We love having a beer and talking about football or cars, whatever, but it's just as normal to say, hey, you know what? I don't have the answers to this one. I need some help. For us men, it's difficult to say, I need help, because we're the ones that always say, no, I can fix this myself. No, we all do this life for the very first time, so we don't have the answers for everything. So I hope that for all men here, please tell each other in your own group of friends, in your teammates, your colleagues, friends, your family, be the one that says, or that shares a story. Be the one that says, hey, if everyone's out there struggling, I'm here to help. That creates a safe space for someone else to feel like he can do it and I can do it. And of course, the same for women. It's been like that. I can keep going. But it's been like this for thousands of years. Men sat in circles on rocks and we talked about the tools we need in life, to go out hunting, to do whatever. And women sat in circles and chatted about life and what they needed to know in life. And now all of a sudden that's weird. No, it's perfectly normal to learn from each other. We're not competition, we've got something to learn from each other. And hopefully this, again, creates that space again, like, hey, it's not that he or she's doing this, so I need to do this and do better. But no, I can learn something. Hopefully that person can learn something. We just need to be looking for us. Like I can keep going. So
Do you have, what were some of the challenges like for you to transition from like a hot asphalt day to a cold asphalt day, or like what do you like prefer? Because I know you ran through some like snowy conditions and then obviously summertime so far.
I prefer not any of them. The snow hurts a lot, and then the heat was just relentless. Like, there's just no way, there's nothing you can do against it. It's just painful. So, definitely never walk in the snow barefoot. Definitely do not go walking barefoot when it gets, you know, I still have to get used to this, but like high 80s, low 90s. You're gonna burn yourself. It's gonna hurt, so don't do it. So when I did the Rockies, there was still 6 foot of snow. When I saw like a patch of snow, I would look ahead to see if there's like patches of not snow, and then I could hop on and off. I think I still got a little bit of frostbite, so don't do it. The heat was relentless. There was no stopping for like 3.5 months. So when I started from Denver all the way until, I would say 3 weeks ago, the heat was just, I knew it was going to get hot. I just didn't know how hot. And then the humidity. So what I did on the hotter days, I would stop walking around 1 p.m., have a siesta, and then siesta meant we would just stop in the tent for a few hours, and then walk again at night. That's the only way to do it. I burned my foot twice because I was just too stubborn. Like, I can do 1 more hour. No, you cannot. Just listen to your body. It hurts. So, yeah, ready to not do that again. Like any other day, it's it's beautiful, but the heat and the cold, it's just the extremities of the weather is something not to play with. But we're still here, so yeah.
Did you have any interesting experiences along the way?
Too many. Every day is a surprise. I think when it comes to interesting experiences, of course, nature is one of them. I love nature. Walking through the Rocky Mountains. Just blew my mind. It's so beautiful. The national parks in Utah, then the Midwest. Everyone warned me like, oh, it's just going to be cornfields and soy fields. No, it's beautiful. It's awesome. But of course, again, how cliche it may sound, is the people that you meet. Not too long ago, I think at one of the most awesome meetings, like I was literally in the middle of nowhere on a little back road, and all of a sudden, this big ass dude walked out of the bush with a dog. And like, two small, massive beard. The first response is like, oh, okay, I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I'm going to keep walking. And he was just this friendly giant that was going through a world of, bad stuff, and we put it that way. We had the most beautiful conversations. And by the end of the chat, we just chatted there for an hour. I don't know where I was, it was in the bush. We chatted for an hour, and by the end of it, we just had like a good laugh, and he felt heard, he felt seen, and I was able, like that thing is recording most of the time, so I can, share these messages. And it kind of went viral. And the messages I got from him afterwards of, the feeling of being heard and seen, there was even like a GoFundMe that strangers put up for him so he could save his house potentially. It's amazing. And what I shared then as well is like, we get to see so much negativity, and I'm in this very lucky position that I get to show there's a million times more good people out there doing good things that we get to see, and I get to see it every day. So that's, I think, when it comes to having interesting things happening on the way, that for me is the most interesting thing. Like having those stories and be able to share it, that can inspire other people, to do the same. It's been amazing. I found all sorts of great stuff on the side of the road as well.
Oh yeah.
It's a surprise every day. yeah.
Have you felt that like people have been generous along in the journey? Because I always read like random strangers come up, give you like money, food, shelter, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, almost every day I have people pulling over, donating, giving me food, like snacks, drinks. Sometimes I have to say, I can't carry anymore. That thing gets heavy. There's so many people pulling over. I had that thing filled up until the ceiling with snacks and drinks. and I still had to go up and down hills. I can't carry anymore. People are so generous, and like again tonight, like we're staying in an Airbnb for 2 nights. We're getting a massage tomorrow. We're getting the food. You guys are out here, so I said as well. I'm not a big fan of the bigger cities. I'm just a bum on the road. I look like it, and I get kind of treated like it as well. Once I get to like towns like this is where you can see like how communities really work. How everyone's looking out for each other, how people are connected, and that's what we need. You know, that's the one thing that this society needs is that connection again. And I can tell it in these towns that that's it's working. This is how it works. This is what we need to do. So yeah, people have been very generous. Yeah.
Your final destination is New York.
Yes, sir.
When do you think you'll be there?
2nd of November. Yep. I've set my date now, and that's all I care about. Get there before winter starts. So 2nd of November. If you guys want to join, you guys are all more than welcome to join. The last mile, I don't want to finish by myself. I want to finish with as many people as possible. So the last mile will be from Madison Square Park to Times Square, walking over Broadway. Not sure how that's going to look like. I'm just sharing it and see who shows up. But again, it's to share one last statement, one last message to everyone out there. You're not alone. All these people are out here for you to see like you're not alone. So hopefully I can finish this walk with all of you guys. Yeah. Awesome.
Are you eyeing anything else in the future yet, or are you still trying to get this done? And then, because I know your record was broken. Was it Everest or whatever, or the climb?
Yes, I did base camp on Mount Everest, barefoot. Then I did Australia. That record was broken when I started this journey. And I felt bad for him. He's a really cool guy from Poland, and I just reached out to him straight away. I was like, I'm sorry, but I just started a new walk that's going to be way beyond that. But yeah, there's one I got in my mind. I hate running with a passion, so I want to do the world record, the longest distance you can run in 24 hours barefoot. So it will be like a 24-hour run barefoot, and I think the record right now stands at 132 miles. I don't know why it's in my head. I will regret it, but that's one more thing I want to do, because it's only like 24 hours. I will never do anything like this again. Like, she will want to hear that. She doesn't believe me, but I will never do anything like this again, because it takes so much time and effort, and it's beautiful, but yeah, like at some point that's been enough. So I want to do one more big one, and I'll probably do more, but right now I'll say it's done. Yeah. Yep. Sure. Sure. Yeah, let's do it. Middle. We have to he will open all the other responsibilities, including his picture taken. Turn to you on Saturday. All right. All right. You're in the picture, dude. You gotta listen. Sit. Boy.